Light is all around us. We can capture it on camera and see it with our eyes. The earliest cameras used simple pinholes to create an image. An image is created when light coming from certain points enters through the pinhole and shines onto a surface, creating an inverted image. Let's look at light coming from one point. Some of the light coming from the point will not make it into the pinhole. However, let's look at the light that does. If we look at the light coming from the bottom of this small circle, some of it enters the pinhole at different angles and reflects onto the surface. If we look at light coming from the top, it comes into the pinhole at a different angle and reflects onto the surface at different points. However, there is some overlap, which means there is going to be poor resolution with this image. How can we increase the sharpness or resolution of the image? We can simply use a smaller pinhole, which will not allow such a wide angle for the light to enter. So with the smaller pinhole, we see a sharper image. However, the image is still poor. The smaller the pinhole we use, the better the resolution of the image. However, with a larger pinhole, we have the advantage of allowing more light into the chamber. However, there is a way to allow large amounts of light into the chamber and have a sharp image, and this is to add a lens, specifically a convergent lens. A convergent lens brings streaks of light to a point, and if there's nothing to stop the light from continuing to move, they then continue to diverge. With a lens, light coming into the camera can be focused to a singular point, allowing for a sharp image. This is also how the eye works. When you look at something, light from that object is moving in all directions. However, if you look at a distant object, light coming into your eye is pretty much going in straight at one angle. This is called parallel light. When this light enters the eye, the lens in your eye brings it to a focus at the back of your retina, so that all the light coming from a single point comes to a single point at the back of the retina. And light coming at a different angle from a different point is focused into a different point at the back of the retina. If an object is closer, the light coming from that object is more divergent. This means that when it strikes the convergent lens of your eye, it is not completely focused to a point, which means the image is blurry. This means that your eye has to focus. When your eye focuses on something close, the shape of the lens in your eye physically changes so that it becomes more convergent and brings that light to a point of convergence. However, this means that if you're looking at something close in focus, things in the distance become out of focus. You can't focus on something close and far at the same time because they come to different points of convergence. While your eyes change the physical shape of the lens to focus on different objects, cameras focus a little differently. Typically, they focus by physically moving the lens or using a different lens altogether.